from Prada, rolling up. I'm in a brand new model. It'll be here tomorrow. I don't got fears or problems. Only got real ones round them. Only got. It take a week to count it. Then I'm back up. Name the place and we pack up. Running these racks up. 100 meals a week after. Down from laughter. When they come to handles, never had one. With a bad one. Made a meal today and ain't my last one.
Oh, I had to get back up. I had to get back up. I can't take no loss.
Downtown between Brush Street and I-375. That's where we're located in the heart of Detroit at Ford Field, which first opened back in 2002. A few short moments ago, these two teams made their way out of the Ford Field tunnels, and the noise level in this place just about off the charts. They are set for football as the Lions get ready to do battle with the Minnesota Vikings. Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. That's fielded in the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line.
Go 20! Come on, baby, come on, let's go. 32!
On first down, Swift. And that's not the start that he was looking for, as he's going to be met and dropped behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down after the loss to start out. Here's 2nd and 11. Stafford now to throw. That'll be taken in there by Kenny Golladay. And he'll be out right at the 35. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for third down.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 38. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Well, it was third down. Defensively, they were just hoping to make a play and get off the field, get their offense on. Instead, they did one better. Pick it off, take it into the end zone.
Well, they did what you said. They got off the field.
They're going to have to come right back on.
They're going to come right back on, but happily, right? They put the ball in the end zone. That's the way you start a game. That's the way you set the tone.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They'll run on first down. Swift. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. They'll get 17 that time, and the Lions have a first down.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
He'll get about 3 as he's brought down right around the 42.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And he is down deep into Minnesota territory. It's a big play there for the Lions. 49 yards. The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's first and goal from just inside the 10. A shotgun snap for Stafford. And that'll be intercepted by the Pro Bowl safety Harrison Smith. It's a foot race. The 40, 30, 20, 10, and he's going to score. It's a Viking touchdown. Now this defense looking like they have come to play the pick six, and just like that, it's 13-0 early on.
Well, go back with me to our training camp visits. What do we hear during these drills? Pass. Ball's in the air.
And then my favorite.
Ski. That's the interception. That means everybody finds someone to block them legally, stay on your feet, and they get it done. Touchdown.
Extra point up and good by Bailey. And it's now 14-0. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. And he stopped immediately there. Anthony Harris on the tackle. A free safety roaming all the way up to the line of scrimmage to make that stop.
How about his ability to trust his eyes and figure out it was not a pass play and go fast towards the line of scrimmage in order to make that tackle?
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Guys, it's game situation. Let's go. 53. Ready. Mike is 59. Middle.
From the gun, here's Stafford. That's to his running back, Kerryon Johnson. And they're able to get this one across the 35. First down for the Lions on a nice pickup of 18 yards.
First and 10 at the 36-yard line.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
I'm coming. Bang, bang. Hey. Bang, bang. Watch out. Hey, 5-0. He's coming.
Stafford going to give this one off to Johnson. And he puts his head down and gets up to the 42 for a gain of about 6. But you're down early. How do you get back in the game, maybe establish the run? I think they're trying to do that.
Now, I'm with you on that one, and what I like about the message is that there's no panic from the head coach. He's already told his offensive coordinator, let's run the football. Let's get things settled down a little bit and find our way back into this game.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle. Jones has it, and he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. Stafford to Jones, enough for a Lion first down. From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. To throw is Stafford. And here's another interception, the 3rd of this first quarter. Picked off at the 30.
And as a defender, if you come up with 2 interceptions in a game, that's pretty rare in the NFL. You might see one guy a weekend do that, but to have 2 in the first quarter, that's something you don't see all that often. I have a feeling they'll think twice about throwing in his direction too often.
It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
It's a big number 6. Second and 4.
Cousins gives way to Cook. And he tried to bounce it outside, but they'll stop him behind the line. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down.
Bravo.
Now Cousins. Oh, he almost picked it. Nearly a turnover there on their opening drive. And that's a throw he'd like to have back. Now 4th down.
And 3rd down is a key down in any game you play. And 3rd down defense, something we've got to watch in this one. Got to be effective on the passing downs. That's a pretty good first step right there.
And no one there to stop it. Hits at the 8, but it carries all the way into the end zone for a touchback. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because their confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
Second quarter action now from Detroit, and it's the homestanding Lions who have the football as they're looking at a 2nd down and 9 to go. On 2nd and 9, Stafford, and that'll be intercepted by the Pro Bowl safety Harrison Smith. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. First down, here's the run with Cook. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Partner, I remember a coaching friend of mine used to tell his running backs before games, make sure you run and jog with your offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking when those big behemoths start to create space for you up front. He did a pretty good job of just following those guys through there for a nice explosive run.
A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral, also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Yeah, this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16.
If you're a selfish player and you're throwing the ball, you're cool with the completion. Maybe not so cool with the yardage loss, though.
Yeah, you went backwards on the yardage. Hey, it kind of works like a sack for the defense there.
Yeah, it's a really big play for them, right? Able to figure it out, sniff it out, and finish it off.
They end up getting stuffed twice after that 9-yard gain back on first down. And Bailey able to knock it through. And the lead will grow. It's now 17-0. So unable to convert for the touchdown inside the red zone, but they do come away with 3.
Yeah, it's a 32-yarder. That's essentially an extra point nowadays, right? Because it's 33 as a general rule for these guys. So it should be a simple kick. But you know what's really strange nowadays? When they miss an extra point, I think they carry that with them longer than missing a field goal because an extra point's supposed to be automatic.
Absolutely, and I would think even field goals inside of 30 yards, even though they're substantially shorter than a PAT, it just has a different feel, doesn't it?
A different feel, a different vibe. That's what I get from all the kickers I talk to. They always say if I miss an extra point, that's the one that bothers me more.
11.
On first down, Swift, and this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. That really sets them back. A loss of 6. Another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack.
Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage because they are dominating it. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield. So how are you going to combat that? You know, because they bring in your tight end, keep him in. Your running backs, they have to step forward. Bottom line, your offensive line has to block them first to give yourself a chance.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. He's got his man. It's caught for a Lion touchdown. From 17 yards out, as they are now on the board here in the first half.
As they began this last drive, things weren't exactly looking up for this offense. But after what they just did, putting the ball in the end zone, that took them away from the brink of possibly being knocked out of this game.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. And the pressure too much that time as Cousins goes down. Trey Flowers, the former Arkansas Razorback, in there to get him. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Cousins. He's going to rifle one deep left side. He rifles one that's intercepted. It's Will Harris, the rookie from Boston College, who picked it. They set themselves behind the chains, tried to get it all back in one play, and it backfired.
Didn't it feel like a pitcher working his way into a 3-0 count, right? You're behind. What do your coaches always tell you? Get it back one pitch at a time. In this case, they tried to get it back right away, and it didn't work out.
They're throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. Kenny Galladay is intended receiver. And it's 2nd down. Defensively, Charles, they continue to really limit this offense as far as yardage goes.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been assignment sound, staying in their lanes, keeping proper leverage, and communicating well, too.
On 2nd and 10, Stafford underneath for Johnson. It'll be a 3-yard gain, and they're going to face a 3rd down.
That's a gain of 3.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. I will remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. The defensive end, Danielle Hunter, drops him. And on that one, the protection just broke down.
You've got to have that leverage, don't you? We always talk about low man wins in the running game for an offensive lineman versus a defensive lineman. It's essentially the same thing in pass protection. Get lower than that defensive lineman so that you can keep your balance and keep him away from your guy trying to throw the football.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They've had a very solid first half, and as we near the end of that first half, they're just looking for a little more on top of their lead right now.
And when you put together a game plan on offense, you put together what you think is going to be the best possible scenario, right? Hey, we're going to score. These are the plays that are going to do it. But you also put together your counters, meaning after they make adjustments to what you're doing, what do we have to go to next?
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Exactly. So I can't wait to see if we come out of the half, how they're going to go about doing things. Do you just keep running what you ran before, or do you go to your counters expecting those adjustments to happen?
Before that, we'll see the end here of this first half. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. To throw, Cousins. And he finds Cook. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. 25 yards that time. First down, here's Cousins. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. 12 yards there, first down Vikings. A first down throw for Cousins. Caught by Nelson. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. They'll run on first down. It's Cook. And he'll get it down inside the 20 to the 18-yard line. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Cook. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. And now we'll get a late timeout. as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit.
A 32-yard attempt.
Bailey's kick is good, and that will do it for this first half. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. The Vikings have to like their position. They've got the lead. They get this football as well as we are back and underway for the second half.
Let's go, let's go!
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spend the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. From the 29, Cousins. Going right side here, and that's complete. Now he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. Now whistles and a timeout. Looks like we've got a Viking slow to get up. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. Now Cousins. Open here, Adam Thielen. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Had this game to the last one, and they moved the ball over 50 yards in 2 plays. On first down, it's Cook. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. Looks for Nelson, and it's intercepted. Picked by Tracy Walker. And he'll bring it all the way back, just a yard or 2 shy of midfield. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for...
And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Mike Hughes. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Try to fire up that running game with Dalvin Cook. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
They run it again with Cook. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Cousins. He completes it to Nelson. And he takes it all the way down to the 28-yard line. A big play there for Minnesota. 41 yards.
First down.
So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. They'll run on first down. Cook, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Different story this time around. We had that huge gain, followed by a sizable loss here. Again, it's Cook. And he gets stopped up at the 31 after a gain of maybe a yard.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
Third and long for Cousins. Open man is Thielen. It's complete. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions 16.
Hey, Steelers. Watch your 48.
Another tote for the workhorse this afternoon. It's Cook. He will push his way down to about the 14. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Cook. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. This will be the 8th play of the drive. It's 3rd and 7.
Hey. You got 3. Two. Let's go.
To throw is Cousins. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 5. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. On first down, Swift. Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
Really shouldn't be a surprise. It's going to be hard to move people in this situation. You know they're going to bring the pressure defensively. Because I remember playing in these spots, and my coach would always say, don't be afraid to try and create a safety, too. They're going to bring pressure.
Throwing on 2nd down. Stafford. This one complete to his fullback out of the backfield. And he gets this up just shy of the 15. 11 yards there and a Lion first down. So still backed up, but the situation not as dire now. 1st and 10 at the 14. Out of the gun, Stafford. And now here is another interception. Picked off near the 29. And he's going to score. It's a Viking touchdown.
What you just saw there, first-round talent, 2nd year, even more success. A pick 6 for a touchdown.
A great play. And it's tough for these guys, you've told me before, to adjust in the secondary as a first-year guy. So that sophomore season is big for them.
They really start to expand the playbook for them even more. Sometimes they dumb it down a little bit to make them comfortable year 1. By year 2, they should have all the nuances, and now they've adjusted to the speed of NFL play as well.
Showed right there. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. To try again after the sack. Stafford firing quickly here, and that's complete. And they'll bring him down here right around the 17-yard line. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. The Lions on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 15. From the gun, Stafford. And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line. Daniil Hunter able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Brandon, what I remember most about playing with guys who knew how to rush the passer, they would just tell you, just cover people for me, just long enough for me to get there. And that's exactly what happened on that play.
A big kick that time, 52 yards. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And 3 interceptions in this game. I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Vikings. Dalvin Cook, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one, because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
Bailey got the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. Fielded about a yard deep. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means
the Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. Danielle Hunter in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Here's a quick hitch route, and the throw complete. They'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for 3rd down. The Lions on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is going to be 3rd and 13.
22! Let's go! 80 weapons! 50-50!
They'll fake the give. Now Stafford. Being chased out left. Now he'll let it go on the run. Deep. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off around the 41. And he returns it into enemy territory down to the 45-yard line. Gosh, you add up last week and this week now, that's 9 interceptions in this 2-game stretch, and we're not done here.
it's almost as if the game believed their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win a game.
Well, they've said they believe in him. That's being tested right here. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Cousins now. Flushed out right. That's complete to the receiver, Thielen. And I think the ball's out, and this is scooped up by the Lions. And a very good return as he'll take it all the way up to the 40-yard line.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. Following the fumble recovery, Stafford. He'll get this one to Galladay. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. On the ground, this is Johnson. And he's got this down to the 35. It's a gain of 14 and a 1st down for Detroit.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
Mike 7.
On 1st and 10, Stafford. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And the stiff arm made it a pretty little run. Not a huge gain, but a nice chunk of yardage. So second in inches after that first down completion went just shy of the marker. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game.
It's now third and less than a yard.
Set. 180.
59.
Rabbit. Check 13. Check 13.
Switch.
They stay on the ground. This time it's Johnson. And he will have a first down at about the 21-yard line. The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. They stay on the ground on first with Johnson. He'll have a first down inside the 10. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Kerryon Johnson, his first touchdown on the year. And the Lions are able to cut into this lead. Prater for the extra point. And that'll cut the lead back down to 21. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
The Vikings take over first and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Now, there's one timeout remaining defensively, but probably no real need to use it here.
Yeah, the only time they would use it, strictly for pride.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Cook. Good work to pick up 7 yards there. That gets him into a 3rd and 1 situation. So the final seconds have tipped away in this Minnesota victory. And you've got to say, CD, it was the defense who had a big part in the W.
No, without question. When you force 4 turnovers, you get to enjoy the spoils of victory, don't you? It's rare that you force 4 turnovers and lose a ball game. That's almost unheard of. They carried this one home. You talk about celebrating with each other and being in a position where going forward, all you think about is, let's get 5 next time. They're going to be on the hunt.
So for the Vikings, they've had a rough go of it, but they finally pick up their first win of the year. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for Detroit, the downward spiral continues as they drop to 0-6 now. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brent.
when it's my time. I live every day like I'll die by the nighttime. It took me so long getting back to my right mind. I don't wanna be on the ground when the time flies. Had so many friends go, I wonder when it's my time. I live every day like I'll die by the nighttime. It took me so long getting back to my right mind.
S-T-R-O. Yeah.
How many of y'all came to win?
Oh, they asking my name, huh?
You ready?
S-T-R-O. I ain't come to play with you.
Yeah.
Life challenging, but I wouldn't trade with you. It's early, I'm up.
Yeah.
I can't spend the day with you. I'm minding my business. I ain't getting paid with you. My color bright.
Yeah.
I ain't finna fade with you. Man, I gotta come clean like I'm made with you. I've been on my everybody drop when I drop. Look at shorty, she support ride. Lifting up, never not on my grind. New York City time. Another brother better, you will never find. I've been in my bag like groceries. Competition shouldn't take shots, take notes, please. Reporting live from the winning side. Ready to try, keep a different vibe. Is you down the ride, never tired. You will never know, you ain't never tried. Work it out, hit the gym, hit the field, hit the wind. Hey yo, I need that. Big chips, man, I need that. Hustle hard, on the job, you can see that. On my head is real good, we don't need your feedback. They clear the way with my crew coming through. What I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. What I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. Now what I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. Yeah. Beats, leave it in the street, case on the news.
What I do? Lace up my shoes, chase W's. Great colored coops. Oh no, I can't be number 2. MVP the league most valuable. They sweet as apple juice. Talking trophies, I didn't grab the few. Can't match this attitude. I wear my heart on my sleeve, please. I move like the wind, can't catch this breeze, freeze. Stop you in your tracks, there's not no preseason. We seeking W's like Tupac used to throw up. Forget it, might as well forfeit. Your team shouldn't even show up. What you wanna be when you grow up? They used to ask me. Naturally, I chose an athlete. Competition never matched me. We ain't go together like camouflage and polka dots. Focus on your position, just know your spot. Sure, don't stop. It's a long season. They planning on winning for the wrong reasons. Trying to get my number retired. Can't let these frauds beat us. I figured out the recipe. Never let opponents get the best of me. I'm focused on my legacy.
Big chips, man, I need that. Hustle hard, on the job, you can see that. On my head is real good, we don't need your feedback. They clear the way with my crew coming through. What I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. What I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. Now what I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. Yeah. Beats, leave it in the street, case on the news.